What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Xbox On. You guys need to get yourself ready because we've got a rundown of all of this month's biggest new releases, game updates, hardware drops, and every other major Xbox event happening in March, or at least all the ones we already know about. Don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the bell to make sure you're well ahead of the game all year round. But to kick things off, March has got something very special for those of you who hate creatures of the eight-legged variety.
When they discover a spider in their home, some people will delicately guide it back to the outside world. Others, maybe like me, will dedicate themselves completely to making sure that the eight-legged scourge tumbles through the gates of hell with their name on its tongue. Different strokes and all that. Kill It With Fire is firmly for the second category. A first-person shooter that has you chasing creepy crawlers all around the house with everything from rocket launchers to ninja stars. It's the perfect game for any of you more vengeful arachnophobes, and it arrives on March 4th. Next up, we've got 3 game-changing updates to some Xbox titles that were already pretty damn good. Take it away, Sam.
For anyone looking to create chaos on a slightly larger scale than spider hunting in your house, Watch Dogs Legions is the way to go. Set in near-future London, it stars an ever-expanding group of hacktivist rebels and lets you recruit and play as just about anybody you encounter throughout the game. The Big Smoke itself also looks bigger, better and smokier than ever, with its visuals optimised for Xbox Series X and S. Those ray-traced reflections really make every dirty street puddle a sight to behold. And since, the more the merrier could be the game's unofficial motto, it just makes sense that it will be getting a multiplayer mode on the 9th of March, get that in your calendars. It has a variety of cooperative and competitive game modes on offer, and it will provide a fresh test for your spycraft skills.
Crash Bandicoot might be a 90s icon, but he sure looks great for his age. And he's about to look even better with a little Series X and S optimised nip and tuck. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, already delighted fans by bringing back the Wumpa fruit-guzzling, spin-attack-happy, bazooka-launching legend for a brand new adventure. And with the new abilities that allow you to mess with the very fabric of time and space, just goes to show that you really can teach an old Bandicoot new tricks. Once the optimization update arrives on March 12th, Crash and friends will get a 4K facelift, and it will run at a nippy 60 FPS. Which might be just quick enough to outrun that boulder.
I seriously can't wait to play that Crash update. But anyway, this month, tactical shooter Rainbow Six Siege will also be launching a brand new season. It's named Operation Crimson Heist, and it launches on March 16th for Battle Pass owners and then on the 30th of March for everyone else. It introduces to us a smooth new operator called Flores, who likes to use remote-controlled explosives to get the drop on his opponents. Crimson Heist will also see some changes made to the border map, and it will throw in the Gone 6 as a secondary weapon, an explosive launcher described by Ubisoft as a modern-day hand cannon, which, yes please, I want that right now. With Rainbow Six Siege already available on Game Pass, March might be the perfect time to start your recon.
If ever there was someone we were happy to see return from the dead, it's Stubbs the Zombie. Thankfully, his 2005 adventure, Rebel Without a Pulse, will be making its grand return, also on the 16th of March. While most games see you mowing down zombies in a quest to keep the human race alive, Stubbs gives you a chance to hear that other side of the story, which is mostly just groans and crunching sounds. But still, using a variety of vehicles, melee weapons, and improved explosives, your job is basically to beat down as many humans as possible and then devour their brains. And once you've converted them into fellow members of The Walking Dead, you can shepherd them around to help with your rampage. Because the real zombies are the friends we make along the way.
Whether you're listening to Stubbs and co chowing down on the postman or something a little more wholesome, the new Xbox wireless headset launching on March 16th will make it sound all that much better. This tidy new bit of gear supports spatial sound technology like Dolby Atmos and Windows Sonic, which really allows you to immerse yourself in the world of games with a crisp, clear audio quality that makes even the subtlest of sounds easy to hear. It's perfect if you're sick of being snuck up in a game of Warzone, if you ask me. Your friends are also going to be able to hear you that much clearer down to the headset's dual beam-forming mics and voice isolation, which basically guarantees your victory cries won't be crowded out by background noise. And finally, those ultra soft ear cups, they're very soft, I've used them. They guarantee comfort if you're strapping in for a marathon session. You can pre-order them now or keep an eye out for when they drop to get your hands on this nifty piece of kit.
One Hawkeye isn't cool. Do you know what's cool? $1 billion... I mean, 2 Hawkeyes. That's right, With Kate Bishop having already made her Marvel's Avengers debut, the game's next piece of DLC will unleash another expert archer to help Earth's mightiest heroes stay on target. Arriving on March 18th, Clint Barton is the Hawkeye that MCU fans will be most familiar with, and he's coming strapped with a bunch of sweet abilities. Deadeye lets him deal massive damage to a single target, while implosion arrows are great for crowd control. And if you want to get more hands-on, Clint has already brought his trusty katana along with him. The man is gonna earn his shawarma, that's for sure. And it gets even better. The game will also be getting its next-gen update on the very same day, so Series X players can enjoy Thor's golden locks and Hulk's big green biceps in cinematic 4K.
Hey, look, if you got that headset that I was talking about, you might want to use that in conjunction with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 and lose yourself in one of gaming's most hardcore track lists. We've got the remastered version back of these classic skater games, and it's already had its soundtrack updated to include classic tunes from everyone from A Tribe Called Quest to Real Big Fish, and more importantly, on March 26th, they'll be getting a visual upgrade to match. Xbox Series X and S players will be able to enjoy ever death-defying stunt and skull-cracking fails in glorious 4K and up to 120 FPS.
As well as the retro thrills of our beloved Bandicoots and Hawks, March also brings us something shiny, new in the form of Balan Wonderworld. A 3D action platformer with a dreamy musical style, Ubisoft's latest has you following the maestro through a strange world where imagination and reality are woven together into one great, big, really weird harmony. Throughout the game, you'll collect different costumes which offer you different powers, swapping between them to try and find a safe way through Wonderworld. A new take on an old style of gaming, Balan Wonderworld arrives on March 26 and will launch with Series X and S optimized visuals that might make its dream world feel all too real. And as well as all these lovely new releases and updates, March also has a bunch of great titles coming to Games with Gold. The best news is that you'll be able to keep these as part of your Xbox Live Gold subscription, absolutely free.
This month kicks off with Metal Slug 3, a true classic of the run and gun genre, perfect for players who never take their finger off the trigger button. This is one side-scroller where unleashing a constant hail of bullets is the only way you're making it out alive. But if you're a little more strategic with your shots, Warface Breakout might be your weapon of choice, available to claim all month long. A tactical online shooter where you'll need to think fast and aim faster.
Sailing in and up for grabs in the second half of March is Port Royale 3. Whether you want to become a notorious pirate king or an esteemed merchant, this seafaring adventure lets you chart your own course through the rough and tumble waters of the Caribbean. And finally, if you just want to get in a mech suit and do battle with an unending sea of llamas, my friends, you can now live your dreams. Vicious Attack Llama Apocalypse is on Games with Gold from March 16th to April 15th. And if the name alone hasn't sold you on it, then I'm afraid there isn't much more we can do.
So there we have it. That's a wrap for this month's releases, updates and add-ons. Look, at least the ones that we know about right now. There is always more to follow in the month. So make sure you keep following Xbox On for all the latest news. Feel free to hit that like button, alright? We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.